to the season 1 finale of the Anaya Algorithm. I'm your host, Magdalene Amegashitsi. When we launched this show in January, we set out with one clear intention: to move beyond the hype, to get past the headlines, the fear, the breathless predictions, and find what actually holds true about AI leadership. What I didn't fully anticipate was how rich that journey would become. We opened with Matt Armstrong-Barnes and Dan Wariner, who together set the tone for everything that followed. That AI success is built on organizational reality, not technical ambition. We went to the courtroom with Danny Pedro, who showed us that the justice system is already making decisions about how AI gets held to account. We then built the inclusive city with Harpal Matu, who asked the question that should sit behind every AI deployment: who does this actually serve? We explored AI for climate impact with Georgie Steele and asked whether the technology consuming the planet's resources can also help save it. We looked at how to scale AI with purpose, how real leadership turns AI initiatives into competitive advantage, and why the equitable algorithm, one that reduces discrimination and democratizes access, is not just a moral goal, but actually a technical discipline. Anthony Kopitov and his colleagues back the curtain on why most AI projects fail in production. And it's not because the models are wrong, but because the organizations aren't ready. And between all these conversations, I explored my own thinking on the islands of AI problem, on the hidden cost of black box systems, on what AI governance must actually deliver to regulators. 18 episodes, one thread pulling through all of them: trust. Running alongside those conversations has been a second thread, the Veridian sessions. 6 solo episodes where I've been thinking out loud about the infrastructure of AI governance. We started with the agentic shift, the moment AI moved from talking to doing, from chatbots to agents that take action in the world on your behalf. Then the accountability paradox, the uncomfortable gap between the governance conversations happening in boardrooms and the AI systems actually running in production. In episode 3, we looked at the architecture of trust, what it actually means to build governance infrastructure rather than governance documentation. In episode 4, we decoded the EU AI Act, all 144 pages of it, in plain English, with one key line. I want you to remember this: the EU AI Act does not care what model you're using. It cares about what your AI system does to people. In episode 5, if you have not listened yet, go back and listen. We talked about shadow AI, the governance crisis hiding in plain sight inside most organizations. The AI your teams are already running that your compliance function does not know about. And in episode 6, we asked the question that sits at the heart of everything: what does good AI governance actually look like? Not the compliance version, but the leadership version. The answer I came to, and I believe it, is this: trust is the bottleneck in enterprise AI adoption, not technology. Trust. And trust is built with evidence, not assertions. If this season has taught me one thing, and I think it has taught me many. It is this: trust is not a feeling, it is an architecture. Every guest who sat across from me this season, in their own way, was describing the same thing: the gap between what organizations say about their AI and what their AI actually does. The governance gap, the production gap, the accountability gap, they are all the same gap. And closing it requires the same thing every time: intentional design, deliberate systems, the willingness to be held to account for what your AI does in the world, not just what you intended it to do. Season 1 has been about the why. Why must we design with purpose? Why must we keep humans in the loop? Why is inclusion not just a social goal, but a technical safeguard? Why is governance not the enemy of innovation, but the condition of it? The world will not remember the models we trained. It will remember the lives those models shaped. So if season 1 was the why, season 2 is the how. We're moving from the boardroom to the engine room. Season 2 launches in September, and the question we will be asking across 12 conversations with leaders who are doing this for real is: what does it look like when AI is built to last? Not the pilot, not the proof of concept, not the strategy deck. The live system, running in production, governed, accountable, provable. We will be talking to founders who have 85% of their insurance claims handled by AI agents under EU regulations, with governance built in from day one because the regulator demanded it. We will be talking to Emmy Award-winning journalists who investigated AI ethics and then decided the only way to prove it was possible was to build it themselves. And we will be talking to leaders who have operated at the intersection of intelligence, law, and AI ethics, and who now help Fortune 500 organizations stress test their AI for what the regulator will actually ask. And I'm excited to announce that season 2 will include a dedicated series in partnership with Digital X-Ray, exploring the intersection of AI governance and cybersecurity, because you cannot have a trusted AI system if it is not a secure one. So season 2 is the era of proof over promise. So subscribe now so you do not miss the launch in September. Before I go, I want to say something to every person who has listened this season. Thank you. Not just for listening, but for caring enough about this question to keep asking it. The question of how we build AI that is worthy of the trust we are placing in it. To every guest who gave their time, their thinking, and their honesty, you have made this show what it is, and I'm deeply grateful. We will be taking a short break before season 2 launches in September. But the conversation does not end here. All season 1 episodes, the Veridian sessions, and everything you need to prepare your organization for the road ahead is at anaya.org and veridian.anaya.org. The question is not whether AI will shape the future. The question is whether that future will be worthy of human trust. I'm Magdalene Amegashitsi. This has been the Anaya Algorithm. Until next time, keep leading intentionally. Thank you.